Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show.
Yeah. Good morning. It's Friday. It's finally Friday. Suddenly Seymour. Finally Friday. Welcome, everybody, to a whole new edition of See You in the Morning. I am, of course, your host, Cletus the Cassidy. That's me. Y'all knew who it was when I got on here, though. Y'all knew who it was. Y'all knew it was me. Y'all knew. You could act like you didn't know it was me, but you knew. Oh, you were aware. You knew it was me. Welcome to another edition. I'm so bipolar when I get on the show. Sometimes I'm right in and working. Other times I'm trying to figure out stuff that's going on my phone. There's a lot happening over here. But you are tuned in to the number one morning show in my living room. There is no show rated high in my living room. No show gets more play in this living room than me, than my own show. I should be number one. I don't even watch Sports Center as much as I don't watch my own show. I'm pretty much on it, but I don't watch it. Well, anyway, whatever it is called See You in the Morning. It's a crazy trip down Crazy Town Lane. It's a wild trip down Crazy Town Lane, but it's fun. We have a good time on it. We all enjoy it, and there's not a lot of traffic. And that's what makes it important. If there was a lot of traffic, then you really wouldn't want to be here. But being that we don't have that much traffic, we have a good time on the show. If this is your first time hearing this, you're about to experience something so cold. If you've been here before and you found it not robbery to come back and watch the show again. First of all, I'm concerned about your mental state. But second of all, I thank you. I really appreciate you doing because you could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. And I definitely appreciate that. Looking forward to a great show today. Holiday weekend starting up, all of that. But the first thing we do on this show is we speak to everybody. I speak to those people that speak to me. If you find it in your heart to be kind enough to say a little bit of a hello or reach out with a good morning to me, I reach back with a good morning to you. I do. I reach back and say good morning to you. And so that's what I'm doing this morning, man. And the first three people that speak get what I like to call the mythical morning medals. You can't pawn them. You can't even wear them. There's no way you can lock it up and show people you out. But you know you got it. Huh? You sure? All right, man. Have a great day. Love you. See you in the evening. Even though my show is see you in the morning. No, see you in the afternoon. Well, whatever. Have a fantastic day. So let me give out these morning mythical medals. I was speaking to my son. This morning, the bronze medal goes to T. Mitchell in the building with the bronze. The silver goes to Betty Rubble Burnett. And the gold goes to Franita with the gold. So Franita with the gold, Betty with the silver, and T. Mitch with the bronze. Almost getting the medal, but not quite. The aluminum fourth goes to Patricia Pippen. Michelle Emmy Place McKinney is in the building. Shannon, Crystal Sex Appeal, Janice, Jay Nice in the building. My man Pastor Shy up in New Jersey. If you're up in the New Jersey region, man, his church is now becoming a mecca for comedy. If you are a comedian that happens to be watching the show and you feel like you're going out to New Jersey and you need a little Jesus on the Sunday that you're there, y'all check out World Outreach Christian Center. That's where he is, man. And he's so comedian friendly. If he believes in you, he'll give me a call and vet you. He be like, hey man, I got such coming through. Is it okay if I let him get a couple minutes at the church on Sunday morning? And I'll be like, yes or no. I ain't gonna lie to you. He's got a kind heart and he wants to let the people in, but he can't just let anybody in. And I appreciate the fact that he trusts me enough to ask me, are they okay? He'd be like, Annie, are they okay? Annie, are they okay? So this week, I think he's got a comedian, Josiah Jones, coming through. He called me up and said, man, can I let JJ through? I said, yeah, man, let that brother through. But doing a great work up there in New Jersey, man. So big shout out to my man, Pastor Shy. Dopemarriage.com. Y'all check him out. Good morning, Joyce, from my local Kroger. Nyambi, good morning. Delisa in the building. Keisha Maxwell, good morning. Wilberta is in the building. Good morning. Good morning, Sandra. My man, Al Punter, the world's largest Giant fan. Good morning. Jackie Bonner, good morning. Keisha, you know, feel free. If you want to come over, play a little tingle to it. Sometimes I feel like walking over playing myself. So you can come right over. Not playing with myself. I can't do that on camera. That's not something that you want to do. But you can play. So, okay, never mind. Marche, good morning. IDA, my good friend Ursula Murphy, good morning. Eva Tay, Kevin, good morning. Good morning. And my Tony Fogle, I got to call you. I got to go. I got to take you up on your offer soon. Before we get a rush, I got to call you up, Tony. Matter of fact, just shoot me a weekend. I'm just going to go down when you tell me, pause. I was just about to say, I'm just going to go down when you tell me to. That's not what we mean this morning. That is not what we're doing this morning. We're not just going down because you told me to. That is not how we do it. Good morning, Queen. Christine, good morning. Lynette, good morning. Tony, you tell me. And I was like, there we go. Oh yeah, no, I'm not letting it become OnlyFans, Kev. I'm gonna tell y'all what. If the money gets low out here, I'm putting my feet on OnlyFans. I don't think so. Let me ask you a question. Let's start it off. Let's start off there. It's finally Friday. Your money gets low. You look at your feet. Somebody told you always had pretty feet. Would you put your feet on OnlyFans for the foot fetish crowd? Would you open up OnlyFans? You ain't gotta pop it, throw it in a circle for a real none of that. If it was just feet, straight feet, all you doing putting your feet on there, man. Every now and again, put some honey on it, maybe some barbecue sauce, slathering it up, putting them on there wet. Is that wrong? There's people out there with foot fetishes. I will put my toes on OnlyFans. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Good morning, Monet. Thank you so much. Queenum said, "Yeah, I don't think there's shame to it. If you get an OnlyFans for feet, only toes, I'm in. I don't even think there's nothing wrong with it. I don't know how I would feel knowing what people were doing to my feet." Al said barbecue sauce. So I mean, that's what I can't imagine that the people who do the foot fetish one, they just put their feet on there and just wiggle their toes. I don't even know how you do something sexy with your toes. You just have your toes jiggling. Christine said, and will. And you know, some guy in middle Kansas looking at your feet. Good morning, Slim Goody. Looking at your feet and is like, oh my gosh, look at that middle toe. Are feet something? Here's my thing that I've always thought. And ladies, y'all can kind of help me out with it. How do you feel about men and they foot care? What do you think about a man? Here's my thing on men's feet. Men should not have pretty feet. They can be viewable, but not pretty. What up though, JP? Man feet should be just that. You should have a man foot. You should look at that foot. You should be able to tell, oh yeah, that's a man foot. I know since we've reached the year of our Lord 2024, a lot more men are going in and getting pedicures and things of that nature. I know that's what men are doing nowadays. I know that's a new thing now. It used to never really be that way. You could go, and I'm all for it. Not necessarily for me, but I love the idea of it. Because I remember when the barbershop used to be a place for just men. I remember the barbershop used to be a place where only men went. Now, JP, this is surprises me about you. JP, you won't line dance, but you'll religiously get a pedicure. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I remember there used to be a time when women were not allowed in the barbershop. You couldn't find a woman in the barbershop. You knew that was the one place that was safe for men was the barbershop. Now, women in there getting faded up, all kinds of stuff. It's just not safe. It is not a safe place anymore. The barbershop ain't safe. And it used to be the same thing with the nail salon. Women knew they could go in the nail salon and they ain't got to worry about nothing. They knew it would be no men in there except for Yao Ming that was doing your nails. It used to be a safe place. LaTroy, coming off a wedding of the year. I heard the foam party was amazing. LaTroy had a foam party at his wedding. Now that's how I know I did the right thing. I was on the brink of going to the wedding, LaTroy. After you sent me that invitation, I was like, the fact that LaTroy invited me to the wedding, I gotta go. But I was like, I would probably be sinking deep in sin, far from the peaceful shore if I go to this wedding. Now that I hear that you had a foam party, I'm like, yeah, it was probably best that I didn't go. I would have had the time. I know that's why I know. So I'm like, no. Mama Kim said she'll do my feet. I listen. I don't know how I feel about it. It's like I'm really shocked at my boy JP. JP's been my boy for a while, tight like that. And he's always been one of them strong, manly men values. He won't line dance. You ask him to do legislative, like, no, I ain't gonna line dance. That's for women. I ain't doing the wobble. That's a woman thing. But he out here say, yeah, I'll go right on in here and get my feet done. So here's my question, fellas. When you're going to get the feet done, here's my thing. I got a lot of questions. I got a lot of questions for my fellas with pedicures. Are we going in? Are we already wearing shorts? Or are you rolling those pants up over your calf? Are you wearing those little fake flip-flops when you get done? Can you go get your toes done and then put on Timbs? From toes to Timbs? Pastor Shy. Pastor Shy, what are we doing? Not you too. All my idols. Everybody, I have no male role models no more. I grew up with no father, and now the male role models I thought I had, I find out they going out there picking a color. I thought everything was okay. Now I find out all the male role models I got are picking a color. I knew it. Look, LaTroy said, I'm gonna get a little jail. And I knew it was on the way when the guys was getting their fingers, their hands done. Ooh, now eyebrow arching, is that too much? An eyebrow arch? Now, ladies, he said, now, so I have been accused of eyebrow arching. This all everything I got going on here, this is all me. It just grew in that way. I've been accused of an eyebrow arch. I never got my brows done. My cousin, before he passed, had the most amazing eyelashes. They used to call them lashes. His lashes, he had the bat wings naturally. They just grew in long like that. He said, I'm not getting a color, but I don't tear up my socks no more. I mean, I wait. That's what I do. I wait till it get a little snag. Once I snag a sock, I'll go ahead and cut. Snag a sock, I'll go ahead and cut them. I got clippers in here. I don't know what I'm gonna do it one day. I'm gonna go sit in that chair one day. I'm not gonna let them rub my calves up though. I'm not gonna let them. I think that was when we go too far. When they start rubbing that calf up, I'm like, no, sir, just stick to the basics. Wash and cut. Give me the wash and cut. but no eyebrow arching. Okay. I'm just checking because it's a thin line out here. I thought I could look up to JP. He's a great grandfather. He got great grandchildren. He's an old man, but he's still getting them toes done. What if it tickles? I can't. I don't know. There's so many questions. You in there chuckling. Ming Lu is all on your feet. You sitting there just chuckling like a schoolgirl, getting your toe. No, I can't do it. I'm not doing it. I'm denying myself the opportunity. Thanks for the offer, everybody, but I'm not gonna do it. I just thought about it. It's not for me. Not for me. Friday's always a hodgepodge of questions, man. We're going from, are you getting your toes tickled? So all of this is just so y'all can get this OnlyFans going. This is just so y'all can get, it does tickle a little bit. Yeah, I'm not doing it. Z, I'm not doing it. Thank you, Z. You have convinced me not to do it. I'm not going to sit there in that chair and let Ming Lu make me laugh. No, I could just see me. Stop. No, sir. Anybody that made me just like, mm-mm. What about massages? Now, here's the thing. I've seen these massage parlors popping up all over the place. A lot of them seem real suspect. I saw somewhere the other day called the Rub Hut. I was like, no, I'm not going to the Rub Hut. I'm not going to the Rub Hut. That don't seem right. The Rub Hut don't seem like somewhere I need to be in. No, sir. That's an FBI raid waiting to happen. If they got those stock pictures up, like they just got a picture of a guy laying on the table, no, I'm not going there. No. How do we feel about massages? Guys, are you going to get the massage done? We know ladies is going in. Mud and a hot towel. No, I'm good without it. If you going to that massage, I know, not ticklish. Me and wife would get a couple of massages. So see, here's the thing. I'm gonna be 100% honest about it. I've got a massage one time in my life. I got tricked into going to a massage. It was my birthday. My best friends picked me up. They were like, "Oh, we got to go do this, and the third." They told me we was going one place, but we didn't go where they said we was going. I never been to the massage place. Massage place puts me in an ethical quandary. The massage place puts me in an ethical quandary because I don't know where to go when I go in. Massage place, if you're a guy, it's got to be a girl, right? I'm just checking. I can't have a man rubbing my glutes. Listen. I can't have Roger on my glutes. Excuse me, Sean. What are you doing back there, Mr. Combs? Why are you on the glutes? That's it. You ain't sending Bill to massage me. No, I can't do it. I done laid face down, cheeks up, and here comes Luke. No, sir. No, sir. Then here's my thing. Then you send that lady in, I might like it too much. You send that lady in, she touching all on me. Ain't no way I ain't gonna be in there pointing, and I ain't talking about with my fingers. I just don't see it happening. She coming in, rubbing me down in hot oil like Teddy Pendergrass. No. And Pastor Shai, you talking about you going in with your wife? No, man. My wife ain't gonna see me. And what I'm gonna tell you, what I'm not gonna do. I'm gonna tell you right now. What I'm not gonna do. If you talking about couples massage, what I'm not finna do is watch no man fill my wife up. Oh no, sir. No way. It is not happening. It's not happening. I'm not gonna be in there looking at him, and then not some, especially some of these new massages I've been seeing, where they had him all greased up, and he got her leg all in. No, not mine. That's gonna have to happen in the dark. Now you gonna have to knock him out. Hey man, that's my wife. What is your hand doing there? You got him sensually rubbing on your wife's cheeks. No, sir. I can't do it. Not doing it. It's not happening for me. The visuals ain't working. None of that. I'm not okay. Now I recently went. Now I ain't even gonna lie to you. I was still uncomfortable, but amazingly it felt all right because I just felt like an athlete. I went, and see now she only gets the female. See, that's the whole thing. Now you got your wife going girl on girl. Now maybe that's okay to watch. Maybe that's all right. I mean, you want to go ahead and check that out. That might be a fantasy. Okay, anyway. I went to a stretch lab recently in May. First week of May, I went to a stretch lab. Now that was different. The stretch lab was okay, but I made sure no eye contact with the guy that was stretching. And then no body contact. I'm fully clothed in there in that stretch lab. Hey man, just stretch. That just reminded you, it just reminded you. Now, if you ever watch sports, that stretch line can be a little questionable. Good morning, Yolanda. That stretch line can be a little comfortable. It can be a little uncomfortable. When you got to go in and stretch another man out, a lot of those stretches is uncomfortable. I went to a stretch lab. I did do that. Listen, let me tell you something about this. I'm 41 now. These bones ain't what they used to be. That stretch did me good. I walked out of that stretch lab feeling 10 inches taller. The stretch lab was what it had you going. They stretch you right on out. That's all I know. That stretch lab was different, and in my mind, I was like, okay, this is no different than football practice or basketball practice, or even when I was in track. I don't think I was stretched to play softball. If you get a chance, go to the stretch lab. But if you ever watch, man, like some of them stretches, like when we had to do the hamstring stretch, and you had to partner up, they'd be like, everybody partner up. And then that one man to take your leg and put one leg straight, he put his other leg up on his shoulder and push back. You be like, wait a minute, this is wrong. I'm 100% sure this is wrong. Why is he between my legs with my leg up? Yeah, that is not right. The visual alone, it ain't right. They're like wrestling, Greco-Roman wrestling, high school wrestling. When that man got to get down on all fours, and the other man gets on top of him, mounts him from the back. It's ridiculous. Now the stretch lab costs too much. You got to go in there and get them on. You got to get them on like the $19.99 day, because you get a membership. They want like $5,000 a month. I'm like, I don't want to be stretched that much. Don't stretch me that much. But you got to try it. You got to try it. Fridays are a hodgepodge. We talk about anything. We don't talk about massages, stretching. I see that some of y'all will sell your feet for money, and I'm with it. I'm gonna tell you what, boy. If this comedy don't work out, I'm putting these feet on. I'm putting these feet. These toes are going on the tube. I'll tell you that right now. Putting these toes up there on the tube. I think men and women are different in relationships. I know I'm taking a wild turn. There was no segue for this. Men and women are different in relationships. And I think the things that are important in relationships to men and women are completely different. For example, I don't think a man wants to see another man massaging his woman. I think a woman will be all right seeing a woman massage her man. I think it'll be fine. I think some of the things that men remember compared to what women remember are completely different. For example, and I'm gonna ask y'all people that are in relationships. This is for y'all. Pastor Shy, dopemarriage.com. The epitome of marriage advice. The man who tells us how to make marriages work. Let me ask you this, Pastor Shy. Since your marriage is so dope, do you remember the first time you kissed your wife? Or even the current person you're with, if you've ever kissed them before? Do you recall the first time? Can you be like the date, the time, whatever? Do you remember the first time y'all kissed? I think women remember it way more than men. Pastor Shy, I think you saying absolutely, because you got to protect your brand. I think you got to protect your brand. Lynn said, I do my husband's massages. That's called foreplay, Lynn. We're not even going there. That's called foreplay. Every man in here is massaged. My brother said, yeah. See, he said yes because he gets fussed at a lot. He gets fussed at a lot. So he had to just say yeah. He had to hit you with a strong, yeah. No, really, I do. He don't remember. He just saying yes. Any man that's smart, that first of all, you can't just listen here. A smart man is not gonna allow his wife to come and ask him randomly. It's 8:00 in the morning. And he's like, honey, do you remember the first time we kissed? Absolutely, dear. I'll never ever forget it. What man gonna be like, no, I don't remember that? No, he's not gonna tell you. Of course he said yes. He's not an idiot. January 21st, 1979. My husband drags me to Pizza Hut every year because that was our first date. That's crazy. You remember the date and the place. I'm gonna tell you what though, that was when Pizza Hut was slamming. I probably would remember too. The Pizza Hut used to be amazing back then. They had the buffet. The crust was always buttery. Oh man, back then, man, the Pizza Hut crust, it was a buttery spectacular. Oh, it was so delicious. They had those little funky cups. It was a good time. Lynn said it's been 21 years. I don't remember my first kiss. Yeah, so 21 years ago. As many kisses as we done had, he'd be like, no. Bro, we got married 3 weeks after we met. I proposed after 1 week. Woo! Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you what, Pastor. Listen, brother. You my dog. You my man. 100 grand. I don't ever want to meet a woman like that. I don't ever want to meet no woman like that. I don't ever want to meet no propose after a week. Whatever she did to you to make you propose after a week, I don't ever want that to happen to me. That's mind blowing. That right there. We got married 3 weeks after we met. I don't even know what size shoe you wear after 3 weeks. I know y'all been married for 31 years, but I don't want nothing. I don't want to have nothing to do with that. That right there, that's a whole different level. First and foremost, Lynn said that level of discernment is epic. I don't know if it's discernment. If that's what we're calling it, I don't know what discernment means, but I just know if you meet somebody and you know them for a week and you decided to forego all others, whoo, in a week, most women ain't even gonna be down. Most women ain't even gonna be down to even entertain such foolishness. Good morning, Kelly. Most women ain't even gonna be down. If we could be honest about it, I know y'all story worked out amazingly. Y'all 31 years down the road, but most women ain't for that foolishness. 99.999. You can give me an infinite number of nines. ain't accepting that proposal after 1 week. Ladies, y'all can say how romantic it is and all that. Good morning, Tina. Good morning, Lisa. Y'all can say it's romantic, it's beautiful, whatever. But you think about it, after 1 week, no, sir. First of all, you got to find the right one. I don't know, Lady Rebecca. I don't know if she didn't have no friends, if she was in solitary confinement. If you had married her after being locked away in the tallest tower and being guarded by a dragon. Most of her friends ain't gonna let her get engaged after a week. Most of her homegirls, she be like, man, I just met this guy last week, man, and he proposed. I said yes. They gonna be like, girl, we doing an intervention. And some people fall in love at first sight, I guess. I don't know. That's a lot. At least that'll be a no for me. Most of y'all will be like, oh my God, he is so clingy. Why? And then not only that, you proposed in a week. You was married 2 weeks later. You ain't even get a good check in. The very next check, y'all was married. I met her whole family and they were in my game. I don't know if it was your game or hers. I know you want to take credit for it. I got a joke about who actually makes the choices. But you think your game, I think her game was amazing. I would think something was wrong with her mentally. I'm like, who is you running from? Is the police after you or something? What? Why? Are you an illegal alien? Are you in this country legally? I'm an alien, an illegal alien. I'm a Jamaican in New York. Tanya Logan is in here. I ain't seen y'all in a while, man. Listen, let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna give y'all 3 things that are easier to do than to get Tanya Logan's husband on the phone. Sam Logan, a very good friend of mine. Top tier of my friends list. Can't get him on the phone. You can see Bigfoot. That'll be easier than getting Sam on the phone. Finding a unicorn. That's a lot easier than getting Sam on the phone. Getting 1 million black men to come to DC, a lot easier. There's nothing you can do. I can't get them on the phone. I ain't never. I've seen the Loch Ness monster more than I can get him on the phone. I can't do it. It's an impossibility. People talk about me. I'm bad with the callbacks. If I tell you I'm gonna call you right back, you can go ahead and give it up. If I be like, yo, I'm gonna call you right back, just go on about your day. The odds are not in your favor. I'm no good on that. But I can't even get the initial phone call with Sam. That junk is terrible. Callbacks, you can get me initially. But if I be like, let me hit you right back. And people get upset when I be like, let me call you back. I didn't tell you when. Now, if I tell you, let me call you back at 7, then I don't call you back in the 7:30, then you got a gripe. But if I just say I'm going to call you back, I didn't say what day, year, century. I just said I'm going to call you back. Yeah, sometime in life, at some point, I'm going to make that call. 7 on what day? That's all I'm saying. So nobody remembers their first kiss except Pastor Shy because he married his wife after a week. And he think he had game. Okay, you the one with game. I know that's what I'm gonna have to do, and I hate having to do that. I hate when I got male friends, and the only way I can get them is by calling their wife. I hate when I have to do that. Hey man, you talk to your husband. Hey man, tell your husband give me a call. Is the first kiss even important to remember? So let me ask you this. So when you get married, Do you forget about your go together anniversary? When you get married, does your go together anniversary still matter? And not you, Pastor Shy, because you only had a week. Y'all ain't even ever going together. That's how I get you there. Like, hey, tell Snoop call me. It's crazy when I gotta go through. Like I gotta call my married friend, and then and here's the hard part for me because most of my married friends, I'm also friends with a wife. I think that's just what you got to do. I think that lends to being a better relationship. You also become friends with the wife, right? So I'm like, hey, but I also don't want them to feel like I don't care about them no more. Like they be like, so the only reason you called is to talk to my husband. So now a lot of times I got to go through frivolous conversations with the wife just so I can be like what my ultimate goal was to actually see is to talk to the husband. It's really crazy out here. Dominic says no such event exists. You don't have no go together date. I've met couples who are together and they strong, right? And people be like, so when did y'all get together? And they be like, I don't even know. We just happen to be together. I don't think adults get official go together dates because I don't think adults sit down and be like, hey, will you be my girlfriend? I don't think you do that as an adult. Now, as a kid, yeah, you know, because you had to send the will you be my girl, yes, no, maybe letter. I was your friend first, Juliet. I ain't talking about you. You don't count. Don't include yourself. When I talk to you, Juliet, I mean it. When I talk to Candace, it's just so I can get to her husband. The Lisa still went on some middle school. We went from friends to engaged. And see, that's the whole thing. Like and then you just look up. You be like, I wake up suddenly and you're in love. Here go these wives with the you knew me first. Yes, Candace, I knew you first. I was just playing. Stop being sensitive. You're bigger than most. You ain't got time to be being sensitive. I think people who started out as good friends have a better chance standing together. I think, yeah, well, when you are ready, that should be how relationships. I think when you start off as good friends, I think the motives are more pure. Y'all are friends. Y'all have learned to know each other. Because here's the truth. Here's the truth. Friends can be honest with each other. When y'all just friends, y'all are honest with each other. You telling everybody the truth. You tell them. We friends. We can be honest with each other. When you go in with intentions of romance, you gotta lie. When you go in, no, bigger than most is her handle. It's bigger than most 23, right? So because she's tall. You can be honest when you're friends. When you're friends, you talk honestly. When you go in with intentions of romance, you go in there lying. You go off the top. You ain't going in there being honest with somebody. You ain't going in there honest with somebody that you're trying to get with. Honesty doesn't get draws. That's not what honesty is about. Honesty is not about getting the draws. Not about honesty. You gotta put your best foot forward. You gotta lie. You gotta act like you respect for all those good things. But when you're friends, you're just being who you are. Friends see the real each other. And after you get the draws, then what? But if you already had friendship, you still friends. Y'all still like being in each other's company. You still like going places with each other. I think the best couples are people who really enjoy each other. That to me is when you know, oh yeah, I got one. When you don't care about nothing else but being with that person, you be like, man, if it's just me and you, we good. We can go anywhere. We can just go anywhere. That's the one. That's what you want. But you can't be out here. Them relationships that started from trying to get some, it ain't gonna work. My husband and I have a long history. We met at the YMCA summer camp, then met back up at Woodrow Wilson, dated, had a daughter. Y'all did more than date then, Fernita. Broke up, got back together when she was 20, got married, been together now 15. Fernita, what did that make you, 75? All this, there's a lot of time happening there. Y'all met at the YMCA summer camp, then you went to high school, y'all dated, had a daughter. I guess dated is the new word for horizontal hunching. Had a daughter, broke up, got back together when she was 20, got married, been together. Hey, I'm with it. So many couples are unhappy roommates. Woo! Woo! That's crazy. So we dated and had a daughter. That's not how you had that daughter. You don't have a daughter from a date. I've been on a lot of dates. I mean, I'm just saying. Sparkle Edwards is in the building. Good morning, Sparkle. How are you on today? If you are in need of a cheesecake of any flavor, let me tell you something. I don't know what kind of imagination Sparkle has. I don't know if she plays with dolls and toys or whatever, but she has an amazing collection of cheesecakes. She can make you anything that you desire cheesecake wise. She can make it. Delicious, decadent desserts. Triple D. It's not just for bras anymore. She's out there making amazing cheesecake. She's the cheesecake lady. If you ever need a cheesecake, I stand behind it. I guarantee it. Sparkle won't let you down. Now, her mama named, there was only two things she could do: make cheesecakes or be a stripper. Once you name them Sparkle, that's her birth name. That ain't even a nickname that we just call in the street. Her whole name is Sparkle. Her whole name is, that's her real birth name. You ladies, mamas, y'all gotta let the epidural wear off before you name the baby. You gotta let the epidural wear off. When you name them Sparkle, listen, the attraction to the pole comes with being named Sparkle, but she found a way to not become a stripper, and she makes amazing cheesecakes. So y'all check her out. That's all you got is cheesecake or stripping. That's all you got. But she fought off the urge to strip. As far as I know I've never thrown any dollar bills at her over being on the pole, but a cheesecake, I'm all in. A cheesecake, and her cheesecakes are amazing. She's got amazing flavors. Like, it ain't just, I think she got more flavors than the Cheesecake Factory. She is a Cheesecake Factory. My name doing what it's supposed to do. Your name is sparkling, and it you don't forget a sparkle. Is he gonna be a baker or a unicorn? You're not missing out on a sparkle. Sparkle is the thing. I told you we talk about anything out here. Decadent cheesecakes, delicious decadent desserts. The Triple D. It's not just for breast sizes. Now I'm gonna get on this last subject and I'm out because I got a lot of people in here, and I'm glad I got a diverse cross section of people on here. I got pastors on here. I got dessert ladies. We got whatever LaTroy is. He's here too. Well, he might have already left. LaTroy, you know, he just got married, so he's in and out. He's in and out right now. I've been going over the internet. I put this on my Facebook the other day. I've been going through the internet, been scrolling through the media of social, and I've seen a lot of people suddenly deciding that they had joined Black Greek letter organizations, and they suddenly have decided no more. And in a moment of, did anybody even ask for this? They've decided to do long letters denouncing and renouncing their membership in whatever organization there might be. I've seen it, and I've read some of the misinformation that's been in there. I've known people in the organizations. I have my own fraternal organization that I'm a part of, and so that comes under heavy pressure all the time. And I've read all of them, and I've never ever wanted to give out more of a warm glass of shut up than I had with this. I'm gonna tell you what. Here's the thing, and I'm all for if you have some kind of great awakening. People always have awakenings, and they decide that this isn't for them or whatever. I used to have a membership at One Life Fitness, and I realized that One Life Fitness was too much for me to pay, and I wasn't going. I didn't go on the internet and type a letter out about One Life Fitness, and God told me to renounce my membership, the One Life Fitness. I had a membership to Blockbuster Video. Blockbuster Video was out there, and there was a video. What is it? Guided Video, and Guided Video sold all the nasty videos in the back. They had all the adult films, and I didn't go on there and be like, God told me because Guided Video sells nasty videos, and I put out a whole statement on it. It didn't matter to me. And I think that people have been confused. So I watched a lot of those statements, and I always have wanted to just talk to them. And I got some pastors up here, and if you one of the people who agree with them, they're like, yeah, the Lord don't want you. Let me tell you something. First of all, let me just let y'all know, it's funny to me how they only decided to attack Black Greek letter organizations that are in the Divine Nine and Freemasonry and Eastern Star. Those are the only 11 groups that they chose. You got Moose Lodges out here. Ain't nobody care about the Moose Lodge. You got Kappa Kappa Kappa, Tri Delta. You got all of these other Greek letter organizations, the National Dentistry. You got the Rotary Club. All of these different clubs and organizations. It'll be the same thing. And they be like, well, they've got Minerva. Yeah, so the Washington Redskins have a mascot. Teams often choose mascots, and this is what I try to explain to somebody once. I say teams will choose a mascot because of its strength. Hey, our mascot is the orca whale. Doesn't mean that we worship orca whale. Doesn't mean that we run around here and say, but no, we was like, hey, we chose the orca whale because it's strong, it's powerful, it's smart. And so we the whales. The whales represent our group. If you're not smart enough to understand that that's what they do. They say, hey, who's Minerva? Well, Minerva in Greek mythology had these characteristics. And these are characteristics that we want to embody. Doesn't mean that we worship Minerva. Just need you to stop being retarded. And then if you decide you don't want to be in the group no more, you ain't got to send a 27-page Facebook page. Ladies, like, I even sent a letter up to Nationals. Nationals didn't care. I need people to stop being so deep that they drown themselves. I need you to stop being so woke that you become sleep deprived. Let's take a nap. I've often heard so many people talk about, it's a secret society, so it's got to be evil. Why? Just because you don't know what's happening? So because you don't know what happened, everything got to be evil. They got to be worshiping the devil. Why? Just because ain't nobody told you what happened in the meeting? they be like, the devil told her, listen, I don't know the devil personally. I dated her one time. The Fernie said, I'm in Tau Beta Sigma, National Band Organization. Now I'm sure they have a code, a crest, and all that stuff. They didn't bring them up because they're not a Black Greek leg organization. So they're not talking bad about y'all. Y'all didn't get in. Black people just make up stuff. They just be mad because they don't know. Because they don't know. I don't know the devil personally. I dated a young lady one time that we nicknamed Satan. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I dated her. She was evil. I ain't even gonna lie to you. That's the closest I think I've come to knowing Satan personally. But people be like, the devil is tricking y'all into doing all this stuff. Now, here's my thing about it. Just from what I know in my reading and research of the devil. Yeah, that was her nickname, Stephanie. Called her Satan. She was something terrible. She was exactly what the great Negro poet Ricky Bell warned us about when he said, never trust a big button to smile. It was crazy. The denouncing part is what's ridiculous to me. Just don't go to nothing no more. You're like, I'm all right. I'm cool. I'm out. That's all you really got to do. When people be like, the devil's using y'all to do this. And then when I look up, and I can't even lie. I have seen from Black Greek letter organizations, other fraternities and sororities, I've seen them do more in love for the community and for people than I've seen a lot of churches. I'm just telling y'all right now. Tell your church step up. I've seen Delta Sigma Theta do more for people than I've seen First Baptist. And I'm not talking about a particular First Baptist. I'm just saying, before somebody go call the pastor of First Baptist, be like, please, we're talking about you today. I've seen more fraternities and sororities step up and help people than I've seen churches. I'm just be honest with you. Most people who really actually pay attention to me know that I'm a Mason. And I have not seen a group. They're considered a fraternity where I've not seen a group who have done more for children than Masons. Masons and Shriners. Now, you know, a lot of people be like they two different groups, but every Shriner is a Mason. Not every Mason is a Shriner. That's the easiest way for me to explain it. I've seen more hospitals set up, more research done for children's works, more of those things done than any other group. I ain't never seen any churches do it. Never seen it. I ain't driven by and seen a church hospital yet. So y'all are mad at a group that is doing what you should be doing. I ain't finna lie to you. Like, what you mad for? What are you really angry about? Because somebody's in an organization, man, please. And people be going hard. People go hard in the paint. And so they'll put out all of this stuff. Listen, most of the time, if we can be 100% honest, most of 99% of people realize that even the stuff that you say, that you do an oath or pledge, whichever one, ain't necessarily true. Ain't nobody out there. Listen, I know it's some members of DST in here, some members of AKA in here, Tau Beta. I already know y'all ain't dying for Delta. They be like, hey man, look, in the name of Delta, I need you to jump off of this building. They be like, all right, well, these feet stay implanted. Anybody dying for Delta? They all in. They'll sing it. They ain't dying for it. People will say it all the time. Man, I die for Omega. All right, well, no, you're not. You're not doing it. People say it. And you can be dedicated to your group. Listen, I'm all for the dedication to your group, but let's be real, people. You ain't never seen nobody worship, and I know I keep using Minerva because this is the last one I seen. The last one I seen was about Minerva. Nobody worshiping no Minerva. Y'all are getting on my nerves. That's what you're doing. You are getting on my nerves. Leave that lady on Minerva all up there. She's like, man, why is y'all putting me in this? It's symbolism, it's allegory, it's not real. Calm down a little bit, people. I love the principles. Sparkle, look, she out here making cheesecake. She ain't making Satan's cheesecake. Even though the sin cake is so delicious, it'll make you sin. I love the principles. I love being in a group. Here's the thing. If you love the principles, you love what they stand for, and you love being able to be in a group where your own benevolence is magnified because you are in with a bunch of like-minded individuals. I think that's a beautiful thing. When you take your little bit and make it much, that's a whole biblical principle. But when I say to myself, I can do a little bit to help my community just by me. But if I get with 200 women or men who think the same way that I think, look at the bigger impact that we can make. That's what being in DST is about. When you say, ooh, I got $20, my $20 can't send a kid to college. But if I become a part of a group and we all give $20, now we can send some kids to college. That's a different mindset. Ooh, I can help somebody else along the way. Oh, I may not be able to be networked enough to give somebody a job, but amongst this, that's what all of those things are about. That's what it's about. It ain't about nobody worshiping no Minerva. Shut up. And you put this grandiose post up. Ain't nobody want. I ain't had time to read all of it. Whenever I see, I denounce them out. And then, it's always somebody be like, thank you, Lord, for leading another loss. Just shut up. The Lord ain't led you from Ben and Jerry's yet. You in there worshiping them too. False idols. Anyway, I'm done. That's it. That was good for Friday. We did good. I'm gonna get us out of here on time. We're gonna do news, weather, and sports. NBA playoffs last night. Who played last night? Last night was the Celtics. Jaylen Brown dropped 40 points. I just want to take a moment. To say how Jaylen Brown has become one of my new favorite basketball players. If you don't know about Jaylen Brown, this is a true story. And I think more of our young men should be able to know more about Jaylen Brown. I want people to be more introduced to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown is a star guard for the Boston Celtics, one of the top guards in the NBA. When Jaylen Brown was coming out of college, he went to the University of California, Berkeley, one of the top academic schools in the country. They were afraid to draft Jaylen Brown because they thought Jaylen Brown was too smart. They really thought because of his academic acumen that he would be bored with basketball. They were scared that he was too smart to play basketball. This brother is the youngest man ever to be a lecturer at Harvard. His testing is off the chart. NASA gave him an internship. He was taking graduate level classes his freshman year at University of California, Berkeley. Y'all look up Jaylen Brown. Listen, got the Iverson braids in his head. When you look him up, you don't say to yourself, oh, this is the dude that's a super genius. Like you never think it about him. Teams were afraid to draft Jaylen Brown because of how smart he is. But he is now dedicated to basketball. That's Jaylen Brown right there on I don't know if y'all can see my screen, but the black guy in the front, that's Jaylen. Jaylen Brown, amazing. Now, Florida State had a football player by last name Roll, and there's more than one. I don't want to get the wrong Roll. Them rolls was rolling down there. He ended up becoming a Mensa scholar. Like, he was amazing. He stopped playing football so that he could become a brain surgeon. I was like, might as well help a brain rather than lose your own. And I think it was Antrell Roll, if I'm not mistaken. But I definitely want them to let kids know there's nothing wrong with being smart and athletic. There's absolutely nothing wrong. Jaylen Brown moved up my list of favorite players when I found out that part about his story. He's extremely intelligent. Big shout outs to Jaylen Brown. Big shout outs to Jaylen Brown. He was like, he made his choice of what college to go to, not just based on them having a basketball team, but on the fact that, hey, man, this is going to be the school that pushes me academically. There was nothing wrong with it. And you can still look cool. Oh, Juliet, you know, I love your kids just like they my own. Your kids are amazing kids. They grown-ups now, so they're not even kids. They just yours. You birthed it to them. You push them out, shove them out, way out. Myron Roll. Thank you, Jan. It's so many of them rolls. It's Myron. Thank you, Janice, for the fact check. Myron is, he was like, I don't need this NFL stuff. I'm about to be a brain surgeon. I was like, hey, man, listen, do you. You probably made the same amount of money and have much less CTE. So that was that. Let's get our word for the day and let's get out of here. Word of the day. Today's word of the day is, ooh. I don't even know this one. Ebullient. 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 If someone or something is appearing, If someone or something is appealingly lively and enthusiastic, they may also be described as ebullient. Akula's ebullient personality made her the life of the party. Ebullient. I'm going to start calling somebody ebullient just to see if they get upset, not even knowing that it's something positive. Somebody going to be turned up. Oh, you ebullient in here. Who you calling ebullient, son? Like, no, it's a good thing. If someone or something is appealingly lively and enthusiastic, they may also be described as ebullient. This is a good weekend to be ebullient. It's Memorial Day. It's the beginning of the summer. Get out there and be ebullient a little bit. Cheerful and full of, that's right, ebullient. Betty, be ebullient on your birthday. Stephanie's definitely ebullient. Get out there and celebrate this weekend. There's Memorial Day parades. If you are in the city of Portsmouth, they had the longest running Memorial Day parade in the country. I think I'm going to go out there. There's a lot of controversy about the Memorial Day parade this year because the city had decided to not let dance teams they had decided not to. Merry birthday to you too, Sparkle. Merry birthday to everybody that's having birthdays. They had decided to not let dance teams into the parade because it was too much twerking. It was too much twerking. Yeah, Moses this weekend. I decided, we talked about Moses yesterday. It was like too much twerking was jumping off in the parade. And let me tell you something. I'm anti-twerk in a Memorial Day parade. Memorial Day parade, yes, it's a parade, but it's a solemn event. We talking about people that have given their life for service. If they've given their life, you shouldn't be giving. You shouldn't be throwing it in a circle. So if you got a dance team, if they can't give you something appropriate, just walk, be seen. You can give a little prancy walk. I've never been a huge fan of the dancing doll type groups, all that kind of stuff. Just call me an old man. I ain't never been a big fan of it. Never been a big fan of it. They put the little girls be 6, 7 years old, full makeup. I ain't never been a fan of it. You got like a 2 hip thrust limit. And like, hey, that's a 3rd hip thrust. And be like, that's too much for me. But that's just my own personal sensitivities. I know some people like it. It don't work for me. And once they start getting up to high school, I might be with it okay, but it's too much. Hold it like it's lukewarm. Stephanie will be playing the sax at the Umoja VIP reception. Some of those risque costumes. So I was like, it's Memorial Day. Why you got a nipple out? Listen, them nipples ain't gonna bring none of those soldiers back to life. The costumes be risky. It's just a lot. I be like, ah. So they had banned them. And then, of course, city council, because they trying to buy people's votes, they were like, oh, no, let's overrule the committee, the parade committee. City council ain't got nothing to do with parades. But they told them, let's overrule them and make everybody get back in. And this is how I know they were so out of touch with what was going on. And it was all a political ploy. I watched the actual city council meeting, and the guy was like, and you know what? We should give them back their registration fee. There is no registration fee to be in the parade. You just send in a letter. I ain't talking about the military, Keith. I'm with the military. I think it's okay. I'm all for Memorial Day. I'm just not for memory memorials. It's not Memory Day. It's Memorial Day. It's the Air Force, not the Areola Force. I'm gonna see if I can get into the VIP reception. Let me see if I can get me a ticket. I don't know if I'm considered VIP in this city, so the city hates me on certain days. But yeah, but that's it. But I think it should be solid. 4th of July, twerk it up. Look, booby tassels on the 4th of July. Let them fly. Let them fly on 4th of July. But just let it stay on Memorial Day. Talk to Ike. I'll call Ike. Post 190. Now, Keith, my father used to be the head potentate of Post 190. Whatever it is when you at the top of Post 1. What is it? The commander of Post 190. He used to be that. I used to call him the Grand Poobah of Post 190. All right, I'm 7 minutes over time, man. So everybody, we have a fantastic weekend. I'll even come in on the holiday. So I'll be here Monday. So Sparkle, we can say happy birthday to you on Monday. I ain't expecting a lot of y'all to be on. No, you might have got to get up on a holiday, but I'll get up. I might even do the show a little later in the day. Ooh, what if I broadcast live from the parade? That might be the thing to do. I might do live commentary from the parade. It'll be the Memorial Day parade. And you've never seen a Memorial Day parade quite like this. But y'all have a magnificent weekend. Even if you don't do anything but rest this weekend, man, try to find rest for your weariness. Sometimes we don't. No. This has been a long time. Not Claude. I don't think Claude is my daddy. I don't think Claude's my daddy. But everybody have like I said, a safe, fun weekend, man. Try to find a way to relax, man. We grind too much in this world, man. Sometimes we need to go ahead and just take off a little bit. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that, man. We're gonna have a good time this weekend. We're gonna do that. I might even go get my hair cut. Look like a human when I get out there. Hey man, I love y'all, man. I really do. I appreciate y'all. If you ever want to be a supporter of the show, all we ask for is $1 a week. You can do that anytime. You can just give $1 to Cletus Comedy. That's on Cash App. That'll help me go a long, long way. Lynn said I'm working all weekend. That's why you make the big bucks, Lynn. You don't just become a millionaire by not working. I love y'all, man. Remember, make somebody feel good today, even if that somebody just happens to be you. Lord willing. Yep, see me downtown. Lord willing, the creek don't rise. I'll be back out here to do this all again on Monday. All right? All right. We good to go? We good? All hearts and minds clear? Because they getting on my nervous. I'm out. Peace.
Kick your shoes off, take a load off. Don't go nowhere till the show's off. Oh, you know it's gonna be a movie when you got Cletus Cassidy on your TV. Yeah, already know Mr. Funny Man. Coming to you and making you laugh again. Started off on the radio, now we got the Cletus Cassidy Show. Funny Man, coming to you and making you laugh again.